you'll come across. And then of course, narrating stories. It's a very good thing, leading people by examples of our own life or their life or somebody else's life. So that is one important aspect. And recognizing and appreciating everyone for whatever they are doing good, that will help in increasing the motivation level. And a leader's greatest responsibility is to keep himself or herself motivated and on top of everything. He or she should be learning and knowing everything around what's going around.
Correct.
So
you should be involved.
Staying updated. That
Correct.
should be
Good. So I'm going to tell you this one little story, and then we will conclude. Okay. And of course, you have to fill the feedback forms if you don't mind, and I'll give them to you after the story. So in about 5 to 7 minutes, you will be on your way. No one would bother you anymore, right? You have suffered enough. Right?
no, not at all.
Okay. So at one point of time, I was giving a session just like I am giving right now. You know, on the very first seat, there was a lady just like you, and every time I look at her, she would look at me like that. And I thought, okay, we chai wai nahi pi hogi, I'm having a bad day. Chalo jane do. What can I do? No issue. So half an hour later, I look at her again. Again, this stern look. Like, I understand my lecture is boring. Won't be the first time, but still I'm getting paid. So what? It's okay. So another half an hour later, I look at her and she pulls out a bag from underneath. So I thought maybe कुछ और काम कर रही होगी, वो multitasking, time management, so on and so forth. The lecture में तो कुछ फायदा नहीं हो रहा है. So maybe post lunch, I am looking at her. She takes out something from the bag, and from the corner of my eye, I detect that it's a gun. Now it's a gun. Now, if you were in my position, how would you feel?
She is coming up to you.
Right. So I am mentally planning my exit strategy. कि वो कहाँ पर है? My legs are shaking a little bit, and so on and so forth.
She will not come to you. Bullet will come to you.
Right. So what I'm thinking is that I've seen it in the movies. For the bullet to go on, two things are required. In the chamber, there should be a bullet, and secondly, you should cock the gun. So one thing I saw कि ये gun cocked नहीं है, लेकिन I'm still prepared. You know, exit strategy बना ली है already. कि अगर वो gun cock करे तो हम यहाँ से I'll start cocking myself, right? So maybe by tea time or something, I see it and she opens the revolver, and then I'm really happy. No bullet in any of the chambers. So I thought maybe she's cleaned the gun, and I keep continuing, boring the rest of the crowd. Then maybe a little later, half an hour later, she pulls out like one bullet and puts it in the chamber. Now my legs are shaking. I feel like I need to go to the washroom or something, right? So I still know one thing कि गन चलाने से पहले क्या करना पड़ेगा? Cocking. वो कॉक नहीं किया है. नहीं, ट्रिगर तो पुल करना पड़ेगा. ट्रिगर पुल करने से पहले उसको पीछे खींचना पड़ता है. Just called cocking the gun. So I said, okay. By the time it's around 5 o'clock or something, she starts cocking the gun. Now, अब तो नहीं रहा गया मुझसे. I mean, if you were in my position, what would you do? So I go to her and tell her कि भाई मानते हैं हमारा सेशन बोरिंग है, लेकिन इतनी छोटी सी गलती की इतनी बड़ी सजा, ये तो बहुत ज्यादती है. So then she says, सर ये गोली आपके लिए नहीं है, ये उसके लिए है जिसने आपको बुलाया है. So before someone takes a gun and shoots at maybe Kinjal, I'm going to end my session right here, and you've been a wonderful audience. And before you go, please fill out these feedback forms.
You are telling a story or you are...
It's already there. It's already here.
Oh, it's already here?
Yeah.
I've given it to you.
Sir, you are telling story or you are telling truth?
नहीं, ये story सही है ना? मतलब
Leading by example.
हाँ. वैसे तो मेरे कोई सेशन में बैठता नहीं है पूरा दिन. I mean, kudos to you. You suffered for the
Not at all.
whole day.
We are quite certain you get a lot of audience.
Oh.
Definitely.
And after you fill the form, you have a choice at the bottom. If you want to stay connected, you can put your email address. Every 15 days or so, you'll get like a book summary or an article or something like that, which you can unsubscribe anytime. And I'm also on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, SlideShare. If you want to connect, you're welcome. If you want to avoid, you already know my name, right?